The fight for food. They survived the flood. Now many Pakistanis are struggling to survive everyday life. Lightning strike. A plane split into two parts as it lands in Colombia. And booming economy. New figures show China is not only gaining ground, it is set to surpass Japan.
Live from CNN Center, this is The Brief with Jim Clancy.
And this is the half hour where we bring you the news that matters most. Bring it in a little sharper focus. Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Brief. Let's begin in flood-stricken Pakistan and what the UN chief, Ban Ki-moon, has to say about it. He says it's the worst natural disaster he's ever seen. Some 20 million people now affected by the wrath of more than 2 weeks of record flooding. Thousands of towns and villages have been washed away. Nearly 1,500 people are dead. Close to 1 million are homeless. Now, the crisis in Pakistan, and we heard it there from the UN representative. They need funding, and that brings us to our question of the day. Some people have suggested this. Should the West cancel Pakistan's debt? There's $54 billion of it to help it deal with a flood crisis. That could free up, say, $3 billion the government would have to pay back this year. Send us an email, clancy@cnn.com. We've also posted that question on Twitter and Facebook at the addresses that you see right there. You send us your comments. I'm going to be reading some of them out here live on the air coming up in a couple of minutes. Well, there is more rain in the forecast for northwest China, including a province still devastated by those massive mudslides. Authorities asking people, prepare for more flooding and set up your shelters now. Media reports say rescuers have stopped digging for bodies in the rubble, though nearly 500 people still missing. Thank you. Well, this iReport photo was taken by Fernando Martinez from San Andres in Colombia around 3:30 in the morning local time. Martinez works in the luggage department at the airport. He described the scene as an eerie miracle. He said seeing how the plane ended up in three parts is unbelievable. He says that only a single person died, as Carl was noting there just a moment ago. All right, coming up, China's economic engine steaming ahead, looking set to overtake a rival. We'll have details of that. And a show of unity enforced by the U.S. and South Korea at a time of increased tensions on the Korean Peninsula. All right, slight declines there, showing markets around the world and their reaction to new fears that the global economic recovery would appear to be slowing. A lot of uncertainty, and expected this week a lot of volatility in the markets, especially after today's news that came out of Japan. It reported worse than expected figures. It looks set to lose its place as the world's #2 economy, being overtaken by China. Let's bring in Poppy Harlow for details. Poppy, is there anybody really surprised by this?
It's a great point, Jim. This is no surprise at all. We've seen this coming for quite a long time. It just became official overnight.
All right, Chris Lawrence there reporting with us live from the Pentagon on what's happening on the peninsula this day. The heightened threats, but we've heard these kinds of threats before. They just had some earlier exercises and nothing really came of it. All right, coming up, a man digging a garden on a remote Pacific Isle turned up memories of the past. A very violent past, one that has summoned great interest from the U.S. military. We'll tell you why ahead. Welcome back to The Brief. U.S. Marines are back on the beaches of the Tarawa Atoll. Well, it's time now to listen to what you had to say on our question of the day. We asked you this: should the West cancel Pakistan's debt to help it deal with a flood crisis? Narayanan tweeted from India, why not cancel the debt? At least you would show you're human to the rest of the world. That's what you think. All right. This reminder, we love hearing from you. You tell us what you think, good or bad. Reach out to us on Facebook at CNN The Brief, or find us on Twitter at Clancy CNN. You can also email me directly, clancy@cnn.com. All right, World Sport straight ahead. That has to be it for me. I'm Jim Clancy, and you've been briefed.